What's up, guys? Sean here.
Evan?
And we just got home from watching Pirates of the Caribbean. Dead Men Tell No Tales.
Yeah.
Woo!
Everything alright there, Typey?
What do you mean? Alright, so Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales, the 2017 American fantasy swashbuckler film, as the fifth installment in the franchise, directed by... Do you want to say those names? I'm pretty sure I'm going to screw them up.
Looks like Joachim Renning and Espen Sandberg.
Good enough.
From a script by Jeff Nathanson with Jerry Bruckheimer.
Oh, and also I read that Depp also contributed to the script.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it did have a lot more...
But for some reason, Depp decided not to have any script credit, which is fine with me, I'm just saying.
Yeah, you could tell this had the most jokes out of any of them.
Mm-hmm.
This was the funniest out of all the movies.
True. And the shortest, strangely. But yeah, Johnny Depp, Kevin McNally, and Jeffrey Rush reprised their roles, Jack Sparrow, Josh Gibbs, and Hector Barbosa, respectively. The film also stars Javier Bardem as Armando Salazar, Brenton Thwaites as Henry Turner, and Cara Scarlario as Karina Smith. The film also features the returns of Orlando Bloom and Keira Knightley as Will and Elizabeth Turner, respectively, following their absence from the fourth film on Stranger Tides. Yeah, because that movie stunk.
It did more than stunk. It rotten more than the dead people from the first movie.
So let's see. This movie was released just today with a runtime of 2 hours and 9 minutes. Budget was $230 million, and so far made back $40 million.
Pretty good for one day.
Yeah. Basically, the plot of this movie is, once again, Jack has apparently pissed somebody off, which is not new for him.
Hey, I don't think that's new for Johnny Depp in general.
But yeah, apparently in the past, Jack was not really captain yet, but this guy who played by Bardem was this, I guess,
Navy hunter?
Yeah, I was going to say that. Trying to eliminate piracy for...
whatever reason.
Yeah, because it's probably in his bloodline or something, or whatever. But yet Jack comes across him and outsmarts him by trapping him in the Bermuda Triangle, or Devil's Triangle, whatever they want to call it, I guess. And so years later, Jack is now as himself, I guess, and stupidly gives away his compass, which releases Bardem from the Bermuda Triangle, which... he's given away his compass many times before, and they're just now coming back. Okay.
Maybe since before he did it willingly. Maybe since he really did it unwillingly this time because of all the beer he had. Maybe
who knows? Different. But yeah. Also, you have Henry Turner, who's basically the son of Will and Elizabeth, who's trying to find Poseidon's trident, which can apparently break all curses.
All curses involving the sea.
Okay, considering... Anyway, and he's trying to somehow get a hold of the trident so he can free Will from the Dutchman, even though we already established, like 2 movies ago, that the only way Will can be freed from the Dutchman is if somebody stabs his heart, which last I checked, Elizabeth still has. Granted, they did...
which we don't even see in this movie. Or even any recollection of the chest it would be in.
Well,
but still,
dude, that's not the only continuity-wise they fucked up. But granted, they did say this would be a soft reboot, so we'll let them pass, I guess. And then you have Karina Smith trying to find the trident because it was something her father wanted to do, and we're gonna get into spoilers with this. Her father's Barbosa. Which I totally did not see that coming.
Me neither.
And speaking of Barbosa, he basically goes out like a motherfucker. And I teared up when that happened, literally. I mean, this one may not have, because
I did.
He has no heart.
I teared up a little bit. It's just that the music made me happy again, because right after that, it was like that classic music. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, true. But yeah, basically...
every time I hear that music, it makes me happy, so excuse me.
And I think the reason why Bardem is after the Trident is so he can have control of the seas and eliminate all pirates, I think. But yeah, that's pretty
Well, he was doing a good enough job in his undead ghost state, so.
But yeah, that's pretty much sort of the plot in a nutshell. You go first.
Oh, I loved this movie. I freaking loved it.
And it made up for the last movie.
In full.
Spades.
In spades and aces. This movie was orders of magnitude better than the fourth one. Orders of magnitude.
And funnier.
The funniest movie out of them all, I would say.
Probably.
But yeah, I mean, it was so funny. The action was good.
Yes, actually good action.
Yeah, this had more action than any of the other ones, I would say. This movie was fun.
Yes.
I loved it. I know I'm saying the same thing over and over again, but this movie was great. I mean, it was amazing.
Mind blown.
Yeah, mind blown.
But yeah, I thought this movie was great. I actually liked seeing Will and Elizabeth brought back, even if it was just cameos. Because it's not even their story anymore, so I'd rather they have cameos than not in it at all. Like a certain other movie.
Number 4, On Shittier Tides.
Yes.
On Stranger Ships.
Oh, and also, here's the thing is, Jack's back where he's supposed to be.
The comedy.
Yes.
Not the main character, which, no offense to you, Johnny Depp, but that just did not work for you.
I mean, I can see why they did it, because Jack was a popular character. But here's why I don't like doing that. Because, one, the supposed leads were shit.
Yeah.
Not performance-wise, but their placement. And also, here's the reason why I think they did it. The main character in the Stranger Tides book is named Jack. Why am I not surprised?
I actually never have read that, but I am curious.
Neither have I, but yeah, we've already ranted on that movie, so keep it there.
What? The cat's scratching your table.
She does that a lot. But yeah,
she's making the camera shake.
But yeah,
I'm gonna have to check out that book now. I'm just too damn curious.
I'm sure they might have it in the library, probably.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, let's go bullet points. Same as always. Let's start with the acting.
Oh, the acting was great.
Now, I got a question.
Yeah.
Between this and Skyfall, which do you think is the better Bardem performance? Between this and Skyfall.
It's hard to choose.
I agree, because I actually liked Bardem in this movie.
I mean, I've only seen Skyfall once, just like I've seen this one once, so I really couldn't.
You've only seen Skyfall once?
Yes.
Pass that fucking Blu-ray over to me, then. You're not worthy to be a Bond fan, though.
I don't even have that much time for movies anymore. Excuse me, I just got promoted at work, so that's like another 6 hours of work each week.
Still, you're not worthy to be a Bond fan, then. Pass that Blu-ray over.
No.
But yeah, honestly, I don't really know which one is the better villain performance from him, because he's good in this movie.
Oh yeah.
And our two leads. Fuck.
I don't know.
Neither do I.
I think Bardem came back as a ghost and is now haunting your house.
Probably. But yeah, our two leads were awesome in this movie. You have Brendan Thwaites as Henry Turner, despite being credited at World's End as young William Turner. Continuity? What's that?
What is this word called continuity you speak of?
I know, right? I mean, unless the cat probably moved the tissues over. But yeah, I thought Brendan Thwaites was good. And they do kind of try to copy, I guess, an arc or something from Dead Man's Chest at World's End with Henry trying to relieve Will of the curse. Which, granted, they did say they're going to take this back to the series' roots. I'm not surprised. Because a lot of this movie did feel like it was repeating a lot of the beats from the first movie.
Well, yeah, the skeleton crew. I mean, they're a ghost crew, but they're like,
yeah. And then you have a person named Turner trying to get help from Jack to save something. But yeah, But yeah, if I were to have a negative of this movie, is that it repeats a lot of the plot beats from the first movie.
Yeah, well,
but in my opinion,
at the same time, they kind of expound on them at the same time.
Okay, go get my Force Awakens DVD. And if you can't find it, I'm gonna squat you.
Hey, I found it before you even opened your fat lip. Now shut up.
And hate me all you guys want, but I think Dead Man Tell No Tales does a better job at homaging the original movie than this did. Because at least Dead Man Tell No Tales wasn't a complete rehash of its first film, like this was.
And he's a big Star Wars fan. For him to say that.
Yeah. Thank you. But yeah, I liked the
Don't
acting.
sit on that. You don't want to break it.
Maybe I do.
Well, then if you want to break it, I'll take it.
I'm kidding. Well, get me a Blu-ray and we'll talk. But yeah, I thought all the acting all around was so good.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And also there for the flashback scene that's in the trailer of Jack as a young man, I thought the fucking CGI on him was good.
It was great.
Like you couldn't even tell that was an effect. So I think what they did was the same thing they did with Captain America: The First Avenger when they made Steve that scrawny little shrimp. Because I've seen like behind the scenes stuff where they shot the scene with the stand-in, if you will, and then they reshot that with Evans. So I think they kind of did the same thing here, where they shot it once with the stand-in guy, and then reshot it with Depp. I think they kind of did the same that here.
Yeah, you could barely even tell.
I mean, you could kind of tell it was Depp though.
I
know you could barely tell it was an effect.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. And also, one continuity problem I have with this movie is that the way Jack gets his compass.
Yeah.
I mean, other than that's the only problem I have with that flashback is the way Jack gets his compass.
Yeah, but
because in the second movie they state that Jack got his compass from Tia Dalma.
Calypso, pretty much.
Pretty much. But at the time, we don't know yet.
Yeah.
But yet in this movie, he gets it essentially from his dying captain. That's the only little nitpick I have of that flashback.
Hate me if you want, but I actually kind of like the way it's brought into being in this movie. Because hate me if you want, but I just never really cared for the Calypso character.
Mm.
I know, but
again, they did say they did say this was a soft reboot. So I guess any continuity errors can be.
Yeah. I just thought it was more heartfelt in this one, the way he gets his compass.
I'll give you that.
I just never really cared for the Calypso character.
It's fine, dude.
Sue me.
But yeah, the acting was good. The effects were really good for this movie.
The music,
especially the ghost crew, those look good.
Some of those things look so weird.
Yeah, especially the one with half his face like chopped off, essentially.
Yeah, pretty much it was like down. Pretty much his face was like right above the lip is where it started. I was like,
okay,
wow.
Have you seen South Park? Like the episode where Britney Spears is walking around with a top of her head? Pretty much like that.
Yes, I made a joke saying, wow, it must look really weird when that guy gets lippy.
And also, another thing that I thought was funny is when, if anyone watches honest trailers on YouTube from the, I forget what they're called, Screen Junkies, where every time someone says a line, that's basically the subtitles, like, roll credits. But yeah, that happens here. I was like, I did that same joke in the theater when like in the trailer, Bardem says, Dead Man Tell No Tales. I was like, roll credits. And then just then the fucking title comes up. I was like, holy shit, I called that. But yeah, I'm going to let you talk for a bit.
But yeah, I loved it. I also liked the fact that they kept a big amount of the supernatural elements in this, but it wasn't to the point where it was ridiculous and redundant like in the fourth movie.
True.
I mean, yet again, like I mentioned this when we did the last two, like they still add inspiration from Rime of the Ancient Mariner, because like I told when I was explaining to you, I mentioned how in that book it said that the albatrosses were good omen, and there was a scene when right before like the second time the ghost ship started attacking ships, there was this sailor who saw a skeleton ghost albatross, so I said, wait. If albatrosses are good omens, are skeleton albatrosses bad omens? And then this ghost ship comes out and kills her, and I was like, wow, called it.
Oh, and the thing is, thanks to this movie, we finally have a rough timeline now.
Yeah, how much did you say it was like between 12 and 15 years?
Well, I'm saying because Barbossa tells Jack that the pearl was put in the bottle roughly 5 years ago. So that means from On Stranger Tides to Dead Man Tell No Tales, at least 5 years. And then you have, at the beginning of the movie, the kid, the young Henry is at least roughly 10, 11.
And in this movie, he's
And then it's
21.
9 years later.
Yeah.
So we're looking at least 19,
years.
20, maybe.
So in all, 15 years about.
Pretty much. But yeah, the kids in the present day is like 19 or 20. And so since he was like 11 in the flashback, that means you have at least 11 years since from the first flashback at the opening of the movie where Henry finds Will on the Dutchman and tells him about the Trident of Poseidon, which is the MacGuffin they have to go after now. Which honestly I like better than the Fountain of Youth, no offense.
That was cool.
But yeah, that flashback opening takes place 11 years after at World's End, which means it comes like a year after that post-credit scene. Which is fucking great. Now we have a fucking timeline to work with. So that means, let's see. So if the flashback takes place 11 years later, then 9 years. How good are you at math?
I failed all my math classes in high school, so.
So,
Well, there's something we have in common. We suck at math.
9, 11. At least 8 years, I think.
I don't know.
So yeah, at least 7 or 8 years between our World's End and Stranger Tides, I think. I don't know. I suck at math.
Yes, sue us. Yes, we can.
But yeah, we have at least a rough around timeline now.
Right now, there's people in China laughing at us saying, haha, they can't do math. Ooh.
I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, what do you think of the movie, dude?
Oh, I loved it. I mean, heck, I might be jumping the gun here, but I think I might actually go so far as to say favorite out of the whole series so far. I'll probably go so far as to say that. I'll probably say I actually like this better than the original.
Really?
Call me crazy if you want, but...
Call him crazy, not me. Call him crazy. I would probably put this my third favorite.
If I was to rank the whole series, I would say this, 1, 3, 2, 4.
I go 3, 1, 5, 2, 4. Yes, call me crazy. I like it World's End more. Sue me.
It's a good movie.
Yes, and it's basically like Battle Flag Armies where the last hours of action. Wow, 2 franchises that have Orlando Bloom.
to
And
think
it's also 2 franchises where he returns in the 5th movie after the 4th movie's absence.
Ironic.
Oh, the irony.
And to make me think of another movie that was pretty much...
Okay, and I don't mean to interrupt, but I think what's cool about this movie is that this movie literally is released 10 years after the third movie. And in the curse is 10 years, he can step on land once every 10 years. That's what makes it kind of funny. This one's released like literally 10 years after.
Yeah.
Because the third movie was released May 25th. This was released May 26th. So it's funny.
But yeah, what you were saying about the way the combat and action scenes were in the third movie, to think of another movie I saw not too long ago that kind of reminded me of, it made me think of this Korean movie I watched called The Admiral Roaring Currents. This movie was like 2 hours and 40 minutes, and literally half the movie is just one long sea battle. So it's like an hour and 20 minutes of sea battle, and it is a great movie to watch.
I'll take your word for it, sir.
You need to check it out sometime. You can watch it in English if you hate the weird ching-chong voices. Sorry to be racist.
And yeah, since we're doing spoilers, if any of you have seen any of the trailers, Elizabeth returns for just a cameo though.
At the end.
Yeah.
Hugging her husband.
If they're gonna bring both leads back, I kind of wish we would have gotten a scene where all three of them. Well, yeah, him too.
Yeah, he wasn't in this.
No, he wasn't even mentioned really.
I was surprised actually.
If I had to guess, between movies, he was either relieved of command or relieved of duty, or he was in the back of the ship somewhere. That's my guess. He was probably in the back of the ship somewhere.
Yes.
That could be my guess. But yeah, I would have liked at least one scene of all three original leads together. Just like with DVD. Just like with this. I wish we would have had a scene with Mark, Carrie, and Harrison all together on screen. By the way, rest in peace, Carrie Fisher.
And her mother.
Well, yes, Grandma Aggie as well. If you don't know who that is, watch Halloween Town.
I know. I watched them.
Good boy. Skip the fourth
You
one.
enticed me to see him.
Skip the fourth one.
Which one was that one called again?
Return to Halloween Town. It's where they replaced Kimberly J. Brown for
Yes, I
for
read your
reasons.
review. Cliched, blah, blah, blah. Cliched, blah, blah. Same thing over. Cliche, blah, blah. Well, pretty much that's what you said.
But yeah, like I said, if I had one nitpick with this movie, I wish that we would have had a scene where all three of them were together.
Yeah.
That would have been cool. Oh, and also, finally, they get the damn boat out of the damn bottle.
That was actually kind of funny. The way they did
It's like, this is like 5 years at least. Roughly 5 years, I think, after Unchained Tides. And they just now get the boat out of the bottle. Whatever.
But yeah, it was kind of a funny scene. So yeah, he Barbosa to right after the scene with that really crappy wedding. That was just so. Oh gosh, that almost wedding scene. I was like,
Yeah.
Thank you, Barbosa. Thank you. Thank you.
I never thought I'd say the word thank God Barbosa showed up.
That was funny.
Yeah.
It's like, if anyone objects to this, say their piece now. I do. It's like, and the priest took it the wrong way. Kiss the bride, and she's really ugly. She looks like a guy. I was like,
Probably.
and then Barbosa showed up. Oh, thank you, Barbosa. Thank you. But yeah, I thought the way they brought the ship back was kind of cool. I mean, he stabbed his sword into it, and the thing.
Well, you gotta figure, it is Blackbeard's sword.
Yeah.
Which,
Well, yeah, it was
speaking of
magical.
though, okay, and I'm sure they're probably trying to do what Jason Bourne did in Ignore Legacy. God, that movie sucked. But here's the thing though.
I liked it in a sense. I liked it how it was different, but they could have went about bringing the differenceness in a different way in that movie.
Yeah, but dude, put it that way. If you've seen Ultimatum, you pretty much know everything.
Yeah.
But if you haven't seen Ultimatum, you're gonna be fucking confused.
Yeah.
So the movie doesn't work either way, put it that way.
Yeah.
But here's the thing is, even if you want to acknowledge Unchained Tides, explain to me this one. How is it, after the end of the last movie, when Barbosa was back in his regular clothes, is he once again in a fucking naval uniform?
I don't know. He thinks it looks good in it, so he wants to keep the clothes.
Then what was the point of putting him back in his regular clothes in the last movie? Again, continuity, what's that?
What is this word you speak of?
I know, what you said, what is this word you speak of? But yeah, and I knew from early reviews that continuity wasn't going to line up, so...
Yeah, we have to admit, it lines up better than horror did with the other ones.
True.
I was like, it was almost like there was no connection. It was almost like that movie
Pretty
was
much.
set in a different universe.
Pretty much.
Hate me if you want, because I know you said shut up at the movie theater when I said that, but it's almost like that movie was set in a different universe or different timeline. It just looked different.
This movie actually...
It sounded different.
Here's the thing is, this movie that we're talking about now, Dead Men Tell No Tales, actually feels
looks
more
like it's in the same
it
universe.
actually feels more like a Pirates of the Caribbean 4, not 5, because it actually fits with the other three movies. I mean, continuity-wise, it has a few things that don't line up, but it still fits.
I will say, in a sense...
Oh, and do you want to spoil the post-credit scene?
In a minute. But I will say, in a sense, number 4 isn't an awful movie. It's just...
Not right.
Yes, I mean, it's not right for a Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Now, if they would have made it like that, if they would have dropped the title Pirates of the Caribbean and just called it On Stranger Tides and say it's based on a book, you would have actually gotten a better reception from that.
Why didn't you just do that? Adapt the book itself, not trying to retroactively force into a Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
The movie we just watched, make that the actual 4th movie and just make this its own pirate movie. The fact that it was labeled as Pirates of the Caribbean and then have all this stuff that's not even Pirates of the Caribbean-ish, that's probably one of the reasons why that movie got bad reviews. I'm saying, it's actually a good movie. It's just not prescribed.
Put it this way. I think I know what you're saying. On its own, it's good. As a Pirates of the Caribbean movie,
yeah, because it doesn't fit. I mean, I haven't even read the book yet, and already I know it's probably something I would really enjoy. I mean, I'm a huge fan of pirates.
Okay, but Dead Men Tell No Tales, though.
Yes.
Let's talk about the post-credit scene, shall we?
Yes.
On a scale of all post-credit scenes, where would you put this one first before we say it?
2. I thought it was I liked it because it was kind of creepy.
Okay. Apparently, again, spoilers, I said, somehow, because the plot requires it,
Davy Jones is still a creepy lobster man.
Can I finish my thought first? No, touchy.
I touchy.
But because the plot requires it, Will's now relieved of the Dutchman because, like I said, his heart has to be stabbed. But again, continuity. What's that? He's now free.
Here's continuity.
Out the door. Look at that.
Out the window.
But yeah, now he's basically able to be home with Elizabeth, and he's having this nightmare, I guess. And guess who should walk in?
Davy Jones.
Pretty much. And no, it's not played by Bill Nye.
It's just an outline. You don't even
Pretty
see
much.
anything.
You mean you see his claw?
Oh yeah, you see a claw. Anyone can make a puppet.
Well, that's probably what it was. He was either just a puppet or a stand-in.
But yes, somehow
Davy Jones is still alive,
and still a creepy looking lobster dude.
despite them saying that the trident will break any curse on the sea. Maybe Jones's curse wasn't sea-conflicted. Who knows?
That could make sense. Or maybe he's like the devil in some way.
And also, I just thought, so is Will now walking around heartless? Because last I checked, his heart was still in the chest. So either he's
Which you don't even see in this movie.
well, it's not called Dead Man's Chest.
No.
And Will basically is a cameo in this movie, basically. But yeah, either his heart's still in the chest, and he's walking around heartless, or his heart magically just regenerates in his body. Which, given the stuff in these movies, I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, and we saw a ghost shark. That was really cool.
Creepy as well.
Yes.
That's it. Since you mentioned Davy Jones, I had to mention the joke I made. So, like you said, it's just a dream sequence of seeing himself. So when he woke up, I was like, "Damn, that's the last time I'm having seafood that late at night. That's some killer crab right there, and that's some lunatic lobster."
And I actually read rumors that there's theories that people are thinking that Jones could be in the sixth one.
That'll be cool.
Which, honestly, I'd rather not because I don't want them to reuse bad guys.
Yeah, but he was a cool villain. I would give it that.
True. Now we do the ranking of series. Or wait, we kind of did that.
No, there's still other stuff we could talk about.
Please do that.
Yeah, like I said, this was definitely the funniest out of all and the most action-packed. Let's just try to think of some of the funny things that was said.
Where Henry's basically in the prison talking to Jackson, where he's like, "I'm the son of William and Elizabeth Tennant," and Jack's like, "Does Mommy ever mention me?" That was so funny.
I was like, "Oh wait, you're the spawn of those oafs." Oh no, I love this
And
scene.
I find that weird how Jack's like so rude to them. They're like, they were his friends, for God's sake.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, this is Jack we're talking about.
Yeah. That is not he. That is something. Never mind.
Anyway.
But yes, whatever. But yeah, this was just so much fun. I love the scene when they were trying to rob the bank.
Yeah, like, watched Fast Five much? No, seriously, I saw that when they were dragging a huge thing. I was like, wow, these guys must really watch Fast Five.
Yeah, it was funny. But yeah, out of all the movies, Captain Jack Sparrow gets the most abuse out of this one. He's always constantly getting hit in the face or hit in the crotch, and
well, it's Jack. Knowing him, he deserves that.
not this much. But yeah, that scene where he was fighting between the ships with the ghost dude, I said, wow, he keeps on getting a lot of hit to the cannonballs, so he kept on falling. I guess.
Yes, I get it.
I thought it was cool when that figure
let me
had
ask you
came
this.
to life. And
Villain-wise, where would you rank Bardem? Between Barbossa, Davy Jones, Beckett, Blackbeard, and now Bardem.
I would still say Barbossa, then Davy Jones, then him, and then the British crazy guy
Beckett.
Beckett, and then Blackbeard last, because Blackbeard was like, he's the pirate that everyone fears, and he looked lazy as shit.
Mm-hmm. He looked more drunk than Jack normally does.
And in this movie, Jack was drunker than ever. He was the most drunk in this movie. I was like, wow. I know times have been rough, but man, lay off the sauce, dude.
True.
But then,
yeah, and apparently there was a scene when they first showed Jack in the in the save where he's apparently, let's just say, knocking some boots with someone's wife. Well, that's Jack for you.
Like, oh yeah, there was that scene where there was that scene about probably a little bit before halfway when this one girl was talking about this person she knew, and she was I can't remember what she said but she was talking about this one person she used to know, and then Jack said, "Oh, he's more horizontally reclined," and I was looking at Sean and said, "Wait, did he just say that she's pretty much a plow horse?"
They did. Yeah, 'cause she's apparently a horologist, and everyone's like, "How dare you do that to some people?" Or something like that.
No, he's just more spiritually inclined. No, he's more horizontally reclined. Are you saying he's a horse?
This was a funny movie. I'm so gonna get this on Blu-ray when it comes out.
Me too, definitely. I mean, believe it or not, I only have the first movie, and I only have it on VHS. I need to upgrade, but it's just these are just not movies I find that often.
Well, then shame on you then.
I usually just get my movies at Goodwill or yard sales. These aren't the kind
Where do you
of
think I find my movies at?
These just aren't the kind of movies that people want to sell because they're good movies.
True. Well, except the fourth one.
Yeah. Well, it's still good in a sense. It just doesn't need to be a Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
True. So is that about everything?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, great acting, good story. I didn't mind the continuity issues because
it is a soft
for the
reboot.
most part, like I said, it is a soft reboot, and a lot of them worked, and a lot of them I actually thought better, especially with the like I said,
and they-
crazy. I just did not care for Teodoro.
And they brought the two idiots back.
And they're still idiots.
Yeah, the ones that Jack always tricks.
Yeah.
Yeah, they brought them back, and they're apparently serving Barbossa's cream.
Oh yeah, let's talk about Barbossa. Great character development.
And he went out like a badass.
Yes, he did. I mean, I actually teared up a little bit when he said that line. He was trying to rescue the girl.
And she's like, "What am I to you?" And he's like, "My treasure."
Yeah, well, she took off his sleeve and he
And
had
saw the
same-
tattoo.
Yeah, and she said,
A tattoo we never saw until this movie.
What am I to you? You're my treasure. And I was like, oh, Barbossa, dang.
Yeah, and as soon as I knew he was about to sacrifice himself, that's when I started tearing up.
Yeah. He found redemption.
Yes, he
This
did.
movie actually, strangely, had a lot of Christian symbology. Face it, these ghosts were walking on water. After they found the trident thing, the sea parted like the frickin' Red Sea with Moses.
Oh, and yeah, I told him, okay, there's no way, this is no way this can compete to split tomato soup. And he knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's the Bruce Almighty thing.
And then what happens? Well, after the trident, then the people gain their humanity back. The ghost
Yeah, and
crew,
somehow-
and then we just have to pharaoh them off by having them drown. It was like,
Oh,
wow,
yeah.
10 Commandments in a Pirates movie.
And somehow, and I'm assuming this was pulled out of their ass, somehow Bardem is able to possess the kid.
Oh, he is a
That
spirit.
was, yeah, but that was never established early in the movie. So it just felt like they were pulling it out of their ass.
Well, he is a
I mean,
spirit.
yeah, he
so-
can't walk on land, technically. But it just felt like it came out of nowhere.
Not exactly. He's a spirit. He's able to possess.
Then why didn't they just say that earlier in the movie?
Maybe they didn't want to.
Guess not. But yeah, we both highly enjoyed this movie.
Although I found it kind of strange, but this movie was kind of all over the place. So the ghost captain picks up the trident and starts using his power to throw people into the sea. And I'm like, wow, Bardem just became this movie's equivalency of Ursula. I mean, I actually said that before he did it. He just started eyeing it with a devious look, and I said, I think he's about to become this movie's equivalency of Ursula.
I think he wanted to use the trident to return to his normal form. That way he can get back to exterminating all pirates.
Yeah, but what happens? They pretty much pharaoh him, this movie. He gains his humanity back, and then the sea closes in on him. Bye-bye, pharaoh.
Yeah, and then when they said they had to break the trident to I guess, absolve all curses, I was like, wow, divide and conquer. So yeah, anything else?
No, I think that's pretty much it. But yeah, to rehash, great movie, all around great movie.
Yes.
I give this a 9.
I agree with him.
And like I said, to finish off, yes, if I had to rank all the movies, it would be this, 1, 3, 2, and then 4. But yeah, I mean, yeah, great movie. I'll definitely buy this one.
Same. I would say 3, 1, 5, 2, 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. As its own movie, Unchained Tides was good, but not as a Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
Yes, it was good. I mean, if I went in there thinking it was actually based on this book, despite the fact I've never read it, instead of expecting a Pirates of the Caribbean movie, I actually would have really enjoyed that.
Okay, and you know something funny, though?
Yeah.
When I heard they were going to make the movie, I never knew about the book.
Me neither.
But here's the thing is, when I read that Will and Elizabeth weren't going to be in the movie, I was thinking, are they doing a prequel?
In a way,
because well, I'm saying because I didn't know about the book, and I was thinking, okay, this title could explain, could reference the strange relationship between Jack and Barbossa. So I was thinking, okay, there's no Will, there's no Elizabeth. The title would reference the strange relationship between Jack and Barbossa. So I was like, okay, this has got to be a prequel.
Yeah.
But sadly, no, it was not a prequel. And it was based on a goddamn book.
I was actually the same way. I mean, you know me, I love fantasy books. I read fantasy books all the time, and I have a fondness for a lot of the ones from the early 90s and late 80s, just the way they were written at that time. I really enjoyed them. And this book I read, keep talking. I think this book I read was like written in 1987, so around the same time I like all those books, and yet I've never even heard of it. And yeah, I looked up the webpage, and it actually sounded good. I'm going to have to check the book out, but number 4 just does not work as a Pirates of the Caribbean movie. That's my idea. You can finish off, Sean. I pretty much said my piece. What is thou doing? Yes.
You're not entertaining the people.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely going to have to check that book out.
It's in your somewhere. Right here. Where it says, Captain Jack is back. 4th film has 3D, which I didn't care. But no Bloom, no Niley. So I was thinking, okay, this has got to be a
frankly, no purpose.
Exactly. But I was like, okay, this has got to be a prequel movie. See, I can now show because what this one is. I was a weirdo.
Oh, Sean, no!
Say anything, I'll hurt you.
Like a wrecking ball!
But anyway.
No.
Not the point. But yeah, I was so thinking Unchained Tides was going to be a prequel because of lack of Will and Elizabeth.
If they had to make it a part of the Caribbean movie, it actually probably would have worked.
Oh, exactly. And it would have given a reason for Barbossa actually probably being in the movie.
Yeah.
But
that wouldn't have been a bad idea. Actually, originally have him as a Navy captain and then having him to test the way they were thinking and saying, well, to show
here's
to take my revenge, I'll become the thing they're hunting.
Well, here's the thing, though. With a prequel, what they could have done was, because we got snippets in the first 2 movies of the mutiny of Jack Mutiny and his curse, or his debt with Jones. You could have done a movie based on those 2 events, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I was thinking, okay, this is going to be a prequel, much like how Underworld Rise of Lycans was, where you take what was said in the first 2 movies and expand on it.
Yeah.
But no, they did a pointless sequel.
That could have actually worked. I mean, because seeing him in the Navy.
I think this is probably one of our longest videos now. But yeah, continue.
But yeah, like I was saying, that could actually work. I mean, if they wanted with him in this Navy, actually, like make that plot line. He was originally
and they also could have gone into his deal with Beckett.
Yeah, that would actually make sense.
There could be so many ways.
Make sense.
There would be so many ways they could do a prequel.
Yes, there is. And then
I so would love to see those.
And then have him become a pirate as a way of revenge against the way he's been treating these people that he doesn't think they should be treated that way. That would actually be a good story.
Okay, seriously, I don't get why it says 16 gigabytes. Yeah, it only says 14 left.
Because it takes up space making the programs.
I'm just saying it makes no sense. But anyway. But yeah, to try and cut this short, even though it's probably our longest video. But yeah, as far as the 4th movie, they could have gone in so many other directions.
Yeah.
But as far as the 5th movie, we both enjoyed this movie a lot.
Yeah. But I would still defend the 4th one. It could be good.
Yeah,
Just not as
but
a movie.
true. As its own movie, it could have been good.
Yes.
But
I'm
you,
definitely gonna have to look into that book.
but you
now.
try and set it in the Pirates of the Caribbean universe. Yeah. But yeah, final thoughts. Good movie. Huge step up from the fourth one.
Looking forward to the next one.
Yeah, because despite the tagline, there's apparently a sixth movie in development, which I'm pretty sure will be the last movie. Because the tagline of this says, "The final adventure begins."
Isn't that what it said with Transformers? Oh, and what did we see in the first thing we walked into the theater? A Transformers trailer.
Yeah, and also I'm going to say this. For the people who bitched about Optimus in the fourth movie because he was, hateful to humans, despite, having
I haven't seen nothing yet.
Let me finish. But yeah, despite, having a legit reason because the humans were pretty much killing off his family. Yeah, wait till you see this new one.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
Yeah, what he said. But yeah, that's been our review of A Dead Man Tell No Tales. It's a long-ass video.
Yeah, this is our longest.
Probably. So yeah, before we make it any longer, maybe an hour or so, we're gonna end it now. So yeah, just final thoughts. Seriously.
No final thoughts. Great movie. Just naturally good movie.
Yeah.
Good soundtrack. Pretty much the soundtrack this time. I mean, it said it was done by a different person, but pretty much all they did was just take pre-existing music and slow it down. I actually think made it a bit more epic. I mean, the theme music actually sounded better slowed down.
Yeah, and I do hope that they bring Will Elizabeth back for the next one.
Oh, me too.
Yeah. I mean, because now that you've pretty much ceremoniously killed off Barbossa,
yeah,
I want them to bring Will Elizabeth back for the next movie. Otherwise, what was the point of bringing him in this one?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And Barbossa was one of my favorite characters.
Which is why it was sad seeing him go.
Mm-hmm. We will miss you, Barbossa.
And honestly, I think he went out
in a blaze of glory.
Yeah. Unlike Han Solo.
And unlike John Hurt in Aliens.
I guess.
It hurt to see the way John Hurt went.
Oh, and speaking of Alien, after we upload this, we're going to watch Alien 3 and do a review of that. And
I'm looking forward to it.
And if we can get through it, Resurrection, so pray for us.
Yes, pray for us.
So yeah, before we go overboard and overly long, we're going to end it here. We both enjoyed the movie, had a lot of fun, and pretty much that. Peace.